Hello everyone, and good morning. It's Tsuki, and we are here outside of Heaven on High, and that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So the last video I did, we just went through Heaven on High basically for the first time in a normal, just like matched duty finder party. This time we're going to try and do it solo, and I'm going to be trying doing it on Paladin because Paladin just seems to be fairly reliable. You have a bunch of tank cooldowns you can use. You also have pretty short damage cooldowns as well. You know, Fight or Flight and Requisite are all on a minute cooldown, and you also can heal yourself if you really need to. So I think that makes Paladin a very easy choice for soloing. I think any of the three healers would be okay as well. Any of the other two tanks, Warrior and Dark Knight, might be okay. Dark Knight would be kind of tough because I don't think you can actually heal yourself other than with Soul Eater whilst in Grit, and maybe something else might be able to heal you. I don't actually recall. With Warrior, you do have Thrill of Battle, you do have Equilibrium, and you do also have Storm's Path, which you don't need to be in Defiance, thankfully, to get Storm Path healing. And then yeah, those are probably the best ones. Red Mage obviously is probably really good in here as well. Summoner might be okay in here. I'm not sure how that would go, but it might be okay with Titan, although I'm not sure. I haven't actually used Titan with Bahamut before, so I'm not sure how that would work out. But Summoner might be okay. And then the melee DPS, you're gonna be kind of squishy, but you do have Feint, you do have Second Wind, you do have Bloodbath, so you might be able to pull it off with enough armor and enough good RNG. But I think Paladin is really solid, so that's what we're going to be doing for this. So let's just give it a shot. Now I'm 52-42. I think that's a little overkill, honestly, but the first 20 floors we're going to be synced down anyway, and those are probably going to be the hardest, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think floors 21 through 30 are going to be super easy, but I think the first 3 floors especially are going to be the hardest. So let's just do it. Let's find out. Let's find out. I did actually try it and attempt this solo once, but I had much less. I was like I was like 28-20 when I tried this, and I actually made it past the first 20 floors, and then floor 30 just kicked my ass. So, or not floor 30, floor 21 plus kicked my ass. So I decided to come back later and try it now. Now, the first few floors are actually extremely difficult, and also using food does give you a little bit of an edge. It's probably not that much, but whatever. Now, the first few floors are extremely difficult, and the reason for that is because these heavenly Mutsus, these anglers, cast the physical damage taken up debuff on you, so they'll do a ton of damage to you actually. So it's a very good idea to be extremely careful with those and to not pull them unless you have full HP. So we're gonna pull one at a time. And another big thing that's extremely annoying on the first few floors are the heavenly sharks. Flying sharks that patrol the areas, because they do a Jaws attack, and that does a lot of damage. It does like 4,000 to 5,000 damage, I believe. And if you are a non-tank, that's a good chunk of your health, and even for tanks at this level, that's like half your health. So you can see, even me as a tank, I pulled at like full HP, and it still almost killed me. So those anglers are a really big pain. Commander Steel right off the bat. That's actually a really good pull. I'm very stingy with my commanders, I also realize as well. Like playing through Palace of the Dead and playing through this more recently solo, I've noticed I'm extremely stingy with my commander usage. Like I'll only want to use strength or basically any commander unless I know I have a full stock of 3. And even when I have a full stock of 3, I tend to hold on to them just in case. Might be actually a good idea to use a steel commander right off the bat, just to make these first few floors a little bit easier, because in my opinion these are easily the hardest of the first 10 floors, or the first handful of floors. So once you get past this, you have a handful of commanders that you can use to make things easier. You don't have to worry about the sharks and the anglers anymore. And also you have a few levels under your belt as well, so you have more access to HP and stats and more abilities and generally more good stuff. That makes it a little bit easier. Commander of Sight, that's really useful. Now something I didn't really get a whole good use out of that probably will be a lot more useful in the later floors is Commanders of Concealment. And those are really good for scouting out things and picking up chests, but since you still need to kill a certain amount of enemies to unlock the passage, it's really only good for that. But I feel like in the later floors that would be extremely helpful. Or maybe there's just some better way of using it that I just haven't figured out yet, in which case, if you do know that way, then let me know. Also, I shouldn't have pulled this without making sure I was full health first. Really hurting a lot. Also could have stunned it. Low blow also on tanks is extremely helpful. I think if you're gonna play as a ranged or a melee, I highly recommend taking a stun, because I don't think you're not gonna need refresh or tactician at all. I'm pretty sure as a ranged DPS. And Palisade is completely useless to you. So definitely take your silences and your stuns if a ranged DPS, and then take Leg Sweep if you're a melee, because the stun is extremely helpful for interrupting really annoying abilities that some of these enemies can do. And Low Blow in particular, stunning for 5 seconds is really good, because that's just a great 5 seconds they're not attacking you. It's actually at a lot of damage mitigation. It's really annoying. I forget when they go away. I think it's floor 4? Yeah, I think the fact that you're actually synced down really makes these first 20 floors a lot more difficult. I think once you have enough Aether Pool, floors 21 to 30 are probably really easy to solo. Even just going in just straight to 21 without any leftover commanders from the first 30 floors, it's probably going to be extremely easy once you have enough Aether Pool. Also, these Yumemis or whatever are probably the easiest enemies in these first few floors, just because all they do is heavy you, and they don't even do that much damage to you. Stun this. Can't do damage to me if you're stunned, can you? And there's the Heavenly Shark. These enemies are extremely annoying. I don't think my stun's gonna be up in time, but I can block Jaws. Yeah, Jaws did 4,300 damage with the block. And it's coming really close to killing me. Yeah, so those sharks, oh, level up. Those sharks are a real pain. So I highly recommend, if you see a shark, to just, well, make sure you're full health at first, and also make sure you have a stun ready or something. Oh man, that crit too. That's bad. That's really bad. I think if I can get pacification off before he finishes casting Jaws, it won't go off. Ooh, that was close. And I'm purposely not using steel just because I wanna get through this, make sure I can get through this without needing to use steel next time I try this. I probably didn't even need to pull this, but oh well. Now we are still very ahead of par. Basically, you know, 10 floors, basic math, 6 minutes per floor. So 48 minutes for floor 2 is basically par. But I think the first few floors are definitely something you want to take slow. Things do get faster, especially once you start getting things like commanders of strength, commanders of frailty, commanders of petrification. It definitely makes the later floors a lot easier. Also, match sites, completely clearing all the enemies on the floor that are currently there. Extremely overpowered. And you can hold up to 3, and they even make you invulnerable to damage for like 8 seconds whilst you cast it. And you can use it even when you have the floor effect that disables item usage, because I guess magicites don't count as items. Yeah, don't want to mess with that room. There's absolutely no reason to. So I think when I did this the first time, I completed it and the floors 11 through 20 in about 40 minutes each. So a little under an hour and a half basically, which is pretty good, I think. There are definitely a few sets of floors in Palace of the Dead where time was very tight for me, but I don't think so much in this area. Also, I stepped on a trap, pretty dangerous trap too. At least with the landmine traps, they work on the enemies too. So even if you step on a landmine trap whilst you have aggro, you tend to also almost kill the other enemy too. So if you're quick enough, you can kill them and then back out to make sure you don't die. Generally a good idea to fight things inside of hallways. It's also a good idea to hug the walls. Most of the traps are usually in the middle of the room or kind of like a few feet out of the borders of the walls, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm not. I'm not going the wrong way. That's not the room. This way. And the large open area rooms are actually a real pain. Usually when I get an open area room, if I have any magicites or frailties or anything to make that floor easier, I'll use them there. Because those rooms are a real pain to deal with. And it's also extremely annoying traversing these areas as well with how they change sprint to work, being on a minute cooldown. Wow, I have 3 strengths now, holy crap. Alright, I'll be back for this. Again, I kind of don't want to use strength just to make sure I can get through this room or these first few floors with the hard enemies without any help, basically. I don't know why I didn't just go straight for stunning him when I had my stun ready. Yeah, highly recommend stunning Jaws. Jaws is definitely not something you want to mess with, especially if you're a DPS. If you're a healer, then I guess just shield yourself. Also, the bombfish aren't that difficult either. The bombfish and the Yumemis are pretty easy. The Onryos over there, they put concussion on you, I think, which is just a dot, which it's not the funnest to deal with, but I'd gladly take it over the anglers any day. So yes, there's concussion. It looks like a pretty nasty dot. It looks like it's sticking for like 360-ish, but the amount of extra damage the anglers do with their physical damage uptaken or whatever is quite a bit. So and there's another Commander of Steel. We're getting pretty lucky. Like, strength and steals are basically the bread and butter commanders you want to have up at all times if possible. At least have one of them up. But I'm very stingy with mine. Alright, we will need to clear out some of this room. Where's the passage exactly? Oh, there it is. I can see it. I'm just gonna kill these guys just in case. I can kill one of them at least. Because I definitely, if I ever aggro an angler with any other enemy, especially with another angler, I'm pretty sure I would just straight up die. Even with things like Hollowed Ground, I don't think 10 seconds would be long enough for me to kill it. If I had a witching, then maybe. Witching is also extremely valuable. Like, it's really good in case you accidentally get into a situation where you're taking on more mobs than you're comfortable taking, which is usually any more than one in most cases. Or if you happen to pull a mimic sight, well, that's useless. I guess I should use sight on the next floor. Oh look, fractal continuum. Ow. Also, good idea, make sure you're never in combat or less than full health when opening chests. It's also a very good general rule to go by. I'm gonna use sight. So we might be free of the anglers and the sharks now. In which case, it really only gets easier from here. In my opinion. The boss is really annoying. Like, I won't lie, the boss for floor 10 is extremely annoying. It's basically the same boss in Siren Song C that pushes you away and then does the big, like, half-room cleave. And apparently Tempered Will doesn't work on it. So I'm not sure if Arm's Length or Surecast has any more luck, or Home Gang for that matter. But at the very least, Tempered Will does not work on it. So you're gonna be eating that a lot. Commander of Flight. Commander of Flight is okay to use. Like, generally in the earlier floors, you do want to kill enemies because you want to level up. Also, these coral shells are extremely easy as well. Like, they do Bubble Bath followed by Bubble Shower, and Bubble Bath is basically just in front of them, they'll sleep you, and then Bubble Shower casts immediately after that, even if they're not in front of you. So as soon as you see that, just run behind them, and they're extremely easy. It's basically free time for you to hit on them, basically. Not hit on them, not like flirt, because that'd be really weird, unless you're kind of into that thing. I don't know. I'm not judging or anything, but, you know, to kill them. Alright. So yeah, it looks like we're definitely done with the sharks, done with the anglers. Shark. I don't remember. Yeah, he follows you around with this. So you want to stun that. I wanted to see if you could line aside him with that, which you can't. So definitely want to stun that. And that is actually a really potent dot too. Holy crap. I'm actually not that afraid of these coral shells, so I don't mind killing them, even with his dot up. So there's Bubble Bath, move behind them. And then immediately after, they cast Shower. Honestly, Bubble Shower doesn't even do that much damage in case you do get caught with it. Get caught, you know, with Bubble Bath, which will sleep you. Is there something behind me? It's also generally a good idea to be checking behind you, just in case. Oh look, I got slept like that because I was looking behind me. But just in case there's any patrols or anything. And also, if you do get slept, if you get hit with Bubble Bath, or anything for that matter, it'll automatically knock you out of sleep. In fact, let's get hit with Bubble Bath to see how much it does, or Bubble Shower rather. 4,300. It's a noticeable chunk, but not as bad as the sharks. Commander of Flight. Yeah, and then there's a silver chest. I don't think I'm actually gonna get anything from these silver chests anymore. I think there's a very, very small chance I will get stuff out of it. You know, in general, just don't get hit with Bubble Bath or Bubble Shower. I know I said that Bubble Shower doesn't do as much damage as Jaws, but 4,300 is still a sizable amount. Also, I don't know if it's only in here, but the amount of damage you mitigate with blocking is only 10% in here for Paladins, which is kind of a shame. But I guess if it was how it normally is, that would be pretty powerful. Parrying still does 20% though, so there's that. Anticipation, I guess. And raw intuition. Alright, level 64, that makes things a lot easier. So now I have Holy Spirit and also, what is it called? Clemency costs half MP. Maximum HP decreasing. Now that we're, okay, never mind. I was about to say, now that we're out of the shark and angler area, might as well pop strength to make things go faster. But then it said no items, so I guess not. And we don't have any serenities either. And honestly, these floors are probably easy enough that I wouldn't bother getting rid of it anyway, even if I did have one. I'd much rather save it for a more dire situation. Alright, make sure to stun Shuck this time. Sight. Oh, there's another silver chest in there. There's a couple golds in here. The Yokis, like the big Horker looking things. Horkers, is that like a Skyrim thing? I think so. But those, I think they just do a big Kono attack, like Aqua something. They're not that bad. I've become fairly familiar with the majority of the enemy types in these first handful of floors. I haven't gone past floor 30 at all yet. I don't think I'm good enough to do anything past maybe floor 50 solo, if even that. And I don't really play with people who would go past floor 30. So maybe I'll find a Aqua Blast, but maybe I'll find 3 other people who want to go past 430. I think Mitzi was doing that earlier. Yeah, these guys aren't that bad. It just looks like I'm getting really destroyed because I have this debuff from stepping on a trap. Alright, what do we have here? Strength. I wish I could use that right now. I really wish I could use that. Ow. Oh, there's the cursed horde. Let's go get our cherry confetti, or whatever it ends up being. I think it's funny. I opened up one earlier. and I got Zervanite barding, which I was like, oh. Which is really unfortunate, because I spent like $1 million buying a Sophic bead like a couple weeks ago to make Sophia barding for my other characters, and presumably you can get Zervanite, Sophic, and I guess I don't actually know what Fiendish barding, I guess, for Sephiroth. Yeah, you probably get all three of those from this silver sacked, silver sacked, or silver trimmed sacks, or whatever they're called. So they're extremely cheap right now. They're like only like 100 to 200k. So that sucks, but oh well. I have tons of gil right now anyway. That's not good. I thought he would keep going. Guess not. Almost turned too early. Also, I totally forgot to use my steel and stuff. Okay, that was a little dicey, but we made it through. We happened to have damage cooldowns up. Also, we had Rampart. We could have used even more stuff, honestly. I think we have a witching on us right now. Honestly, these are the floors that you probably want to spend the most time on, just killing enemies to level. Because the enemies here are fairly easy. These do the petrification thing, like they'll petrify you, but I think that's only in a cone. So I'm gonna try attacking this thing from the back and see if it petrifies. No, safe, please dodge it. And then I don't remember what the Krakens do, even though I just fought one. I think they just spit like water 3 at you, which is just a circle AoE. Let's see. Alright, level 65. Yep, water 3. Yeah, but floor 4 to, I guess, floor, like the mid floors, I guess, are probably the best places to grind levels. Like, we are way above par right now, so par for floor 6 is like, what, 24 minutes? 24 minutes remaining. Alright. And obviously, the more levels you get, the easier... Ah, well, that sucks. But the more levels you get, the easier the later floors will be. Like, I don't even think floors 11 to 20 go all the way to level 70 until maybe like the last few. So this, the pacification silence trap can be pretty devastating if you happen to pull a more deadly enemy. And if you do happen to pull it, obviously use whatever you can to survive. Witching is really good. Petrifications are really good as well. I think witching are a lot more common than those. But witching will definitely decrease the amount of damage it does to you while you auto-attack it to death. Generally, also just try your best not to be inside of rooms when you pull enemies. And then if you get the otter while you pull something, then you're probably screwed. Honestly, not even gonna sugarcoat that. I've never had that happen to me, but now that I've said that, it's probably going to happen at some point. Alright. I'm just gonna use strength right now. I'm gonna use sight as well. when I use alright, let's get behind this. When I use sight, I tend to be like kind of like an overconfident doofus and start pulling things in the middle of rooms, which, yeah, you won't run into any traps because you can see them all, but you can still get enemies that just happen to respawn inside rooms. So generally speaking, it's definitely safer to fight things inside of these hallways, because nothing can spawn in the hallways. You can get patrols that go in between the hallways, but nothing spawns in them. And there's no traps in the hallways from what I've seen. Commander of Steel. But since these enemies are really easy and I have freaking a strength commander up, I'm just kind of I don't really care. Even if something does spawn on top of me, it's probably not going to be that difficult to take care of. I just realized this is the music that plays inside the ninja place, right? It's the place in that's next to Wineport. I feel like I keep getting like a lot of similar tracks. Like there's not as much variety, it seems, in these different music tracks. I guess I'll use a flight. Why not? Make these go a little bit faster so you don't have to see the boring stuff. Affluence. I'll use an affluence too, since we're gonna be using flight anyway. Wonder if you can get stuff like Oblivion in here, or Under the Weight. That sounds really high oct. That sounds like just way too fast tempo for what Palace of the Dead, or I guess it's Heaven on High now actually is. Just bow down, our dweller. Just while you're trying to slowly pull things into the hallway, kill them all one by one. Freaking skirting around the edge of the room so you don't run into traps. Now thankfully these angular type enemies don't put physical vulnerability on you. If they did, that would really suck. Enhanced cover, something that's going to be extremely helpful whilst we are solo, I completely assure you. We can cover our imaginary friend. Commander of Sight. We're capped on sight, huh? Honestly, we already know what the passage is, so I'm kind of inclined not to use this. I'll use it on the next floor. Wow, we're already on floor 8. In fact, we're going on floor 9. Huh, this is going really fast. We also have 3 steals, which is really nice. Whilst the boss is really annoying on floor 10, I don't think it actually does a whole lot of damage because it spends a lot of time charging up AoEs that you can easily dodge. Like, it does the same 3 attacks. Basically, it does Undertow or whatever, which knocks you back all the way to the edge of the arena, and then it does that with the half room cleave, and then after that it'll auto attack for a couple attacks, and it'll do like a really big circle AoE which you can dodge out of pretty easily, and then it'll just keep repeating those same 3 attacks, which is really annoying, but it's really easy to get basically off. Since while he's charging an attack, as long as you dodge it, you're taking no damage, which is extremely valuable. Wow. Well, why not? Just in case I step in a trap, why not? Look, there's a trap right there. But yeah, that's generally it's a really good thing when you have enemies that will charge up an attack that you can dodge, because basically when they're charging it, you don't take any damage. As long as you dodge it properly. No, I don't think I don't remember if I tried or not. Maybe you can line of sight Jaws. I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure I tried to do that once. I still got hit. But next time I try this, I'll check. Or it's probably like Shuck, where he'll just turn to follow you and hit you with it anyway, so you want to stun it. Alright, let's use sight. Abilities that's really annoying. We do have a Serenity, but I don't think we need to use it. Yeah, there's one coming. Let's get to this wall. Static charge. What does that do? Oh, shock spikes. That's kind of annoying, I guess. Yeah, I want to save my Serenity. Since I only have one, I want to save it just in case I get something really bad. Something like something like Gloom, along with, you know, enemy freaking damage up or something ridiculous. Or Gloom and you can't use any items. Which I'm pretty sure that counts potions. Like, if basically any non-healers, and basically, I guess, anyone who isn't a Paladin or a or Red Mage are going to be relying a lot on potions to be doing the most of their healing. Unfortunately, their max potions, or not max potions are pretty common, but super potions, the new ones they just added in 4.3, they don't drop that often. Like, they're pretty rare. Like, how many do I have right now? I have 15, and I think I had a couple of those already just from doing like Swallow's Compass or something. But yeah, like, they do a lot of healing, but they're pretty rare. I'm sure they drop a lot more commonly 31 plus. These guys, I think they just do like a stomp attack, that Kono breath, and then a stomp attack. Yeah. So they're not that bad. It's really bothering me that I can't use my gauge right now. But oh well. We're making it through this really easy. I use sight. I don't know why I'm trying to dodge traps that I would be able to see. Also, 2 raisings. Wow. The first time I did this, I got none in the first 20 floors, which having them up is basically just a really good safety net. We're on floor 9, so I don't really feel inclined to use it, since I'm pretty confident we can kill the boss really easily. Another witching. It's always nice to have witching. Like, witching is like something you probably don't use a whole lot in group play, in these more casual floors, but they are extremely helpful for solo. In case you ever pull or get aggro on something that you weren't prepared for, in case you pull a mimic, extremely helpful. I'm gonna take this a little bit slow since I don't have access to any of my abilities. Plus, I guess we're still leveling up, so... And these enemies are pretty easy to kill. Oh yeah, I just tried to use shield swipe. Now, I actually didn't get any more strength, so I'm sitting at 2, so I don't really want to use one for the boss. But... oh, well, look at that. 3 strength. Honestly, I don't even think I need to use the strength for this boss. It'll probably be really helpful, though. You know what? I'm gonna do something stupid, because I'm really stingy, and I'm going to not use any commanders on the boss and see how far I can get. I think I'm probably gonna want to use at least steel, because I don't even have Requisite. I just realized I didn't level up enough to get Requisite. So there's Overtow. This will push you back. Follows it immediately with whatever the hell that is, Morphous Applause. And then he'll do a couple more auto attacks, and then he'll do his circle AoE, and then he'll just keep repeating those same 3 attacks, much to your annoyance, over and over and over again. And as you can see, Tempered Will doesn't work. I'm not sure if it works on the actual boss in Siren Sun Sea. It's been a while since I've actually tanked that on Paladin. Or even done the fight in general to know if things like Arm's Length or Surecast work. Yeah, I found that using Requisite to increase Clemency's healing potency is actually extremely helpful. Like, typically you don't use Clemency in most cases, but in here it's extremely helpful to use it on that purpose. Go ahead and do this. Not Holy Spirit. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer since I'm not using strength or steel. I'm having to spend more time on Clemency and less time on Holy Spirit. But this seems to be completely doable without any commanders at all, so I'm just gonna do that. Save my commanders. Because I'm stingy and really stupid, but that's just how I am. I guess I got that mindset from growing up playing stuff like Resident Evil, like the good classic Resident Evil, not the weird action-y ones, which I actually do have a lot of fun with some of the action ones. Like, I know everyone's like head over heels for Resident Evil 4 is like, oh, it's like one of the best games ever made. I had a lot of fun with Resident Evil 4, but actually I have even more fun with Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 5 though, not as much fun as either of those two. And then obviously I prefer the original classics that I played when I was growing up way more than the new action ones. Really excited for Resident Evil 2 Remake though. I want to see how that one does. I thought Resident Evil 7 was okay. I didn't like any of the characters in it. I didn't like how Resident Evil 7 was basically just a spin-off with a 7 slapped on it because that would sell more copies. But I thought the gameplay was okay. The beginning is really slow though. Like, part of me really wanted to make like a really long like video essay / review of Resident Evil 7 because I have so many thoughts about it. But then I got lazy, so I never did it. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I probably got that tendency to hoard stuff from Resident Evil because it's a survival horror game and you need to make all of your items count. And always at the end of every Resident Evil game, pretty much, I always had just stockpiles of freaking ammo that I never needed to use. Like, I'd always just be running around with like freaking grenade launchers and like 70 shotgun shells and all that because I was just using every opportunity I possibly could to save everything. Let's go off. Look, 20%. See, we didn't need to use any commanders. I think for the most part you probably will want to use commanders. Like, I think just because Paladin is just really good at self-sustaining itself with clemency and has defensive cooldowns and more HP in general, it's probably able to get away with this. But I think for the most part you're probably gonna want to use commanders. Like at least steel. At least one of steel or strength, preferably both. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have any problem finishing this all the way to 30. I think my next endeavor is going to be seeing what else I can possibly play other than Paladin to get to 30 safely. Samurai might be actually really good, because on top of having Second Wind, Bloodbath, and Faint, you also have Third Eye, right? And you can use that for your heal, which I think it's only on a 15-second cooldown. It's only like 200 potency, but you know. Oh yeah, we only got one. Honestly, I think I totally forgot to be paying attention to see if we were using any any intuition or paying attention for the message. All right, floor 11. Let's do it. Alright, since I was stingy with my commanders, I'll just use one of them right off the bat. Mimic? Super potion. Hell, I'll take that. I'm gonna use a safety as well, just don't want to deal with it. And I'll use a steel. Generally, for just progressing through floors, it's really nice to have steel and strength up because they're both really good. But having just one up is just a good way to really stretch them out if you're needing to conserve them a bit, so that you can have them up for the bosses. Also, these Namazu really good to use things that like parry or block. Which I guess that's more of a tank thing since King Flurry isn't in the game anymore, right? Also, I forgot, since we came in here, it turns off my oath. Yeah, I figured as much. It's also probably a good idea, if you want to play it really safe while playing solo, not to touch bronze chests at all. Because those tend to turn into mimics the most, and from experience they tend not to hold anything particularly special. Like, a lot of times they'll hold either a potion or a Phoenix Down, which you can only hold one Phoenix Down, and potions generally aren't that valuable. Yep, there's the freaking... I'm actually gonna witch this. Yeah, when you witch it, it prevents it from also casting something like Pox. Move this way so that Namazu doesn't kill me, or aggro me rather. I think we should be able to kill this in time. Why did I start casting Holy Spirit? Alright, we got it before it casted Pox, which is a good thing because we don't have any purities yet. That would really sucked. Alright, there's Requisite, which will be extremely helpful. I don't know if I want to actually mess with anything in this room, but we might have to kill stuff to unlock the passage. Flight. I guess I can use Flight. We're already level 68. Also, you'd probably use Affluence and Intuition. Oh, also Raising. If you have Raising, you might as well have it up, right? Just nice safety crutch there. I'll pull this since it's patrolling. Don't want it to catch me off guard later. Also, definitely don't want to stand in Tinko. I'm pretty sure that puts like a 30-second paralysis on you, which is really annoying. Any form of paralysis is annoying. These Corpicers don't do anything special, I don't think. I think they just do a Kono attack or something like that. And they also look extremely adorable. That too. I love my Corpicer Colossus mount. More cherry confetti. intuition. I'm gonna pull one of these. The passage is now active. I also forgot, I used safety, didn't I? Is that... I used the safety? Did I? I don't know. Well, we're at the end, so. Make sure there's only this gold chest in here. And there's a frailty. We're capped on frailties, which is nice. Frailties are really helpful for making floors go by really fast. You can also use it on the boss. I think it lasts 3 minutes on the boss. Damage dealt decrease, that's really annoying. Command of sight, well, if you insist. Good thing this floor is really, like, short. Alright, let's go here first. I'm gonna use a strength and hope that one of these has a strength in it. Witching. Concealment. Yeah, there's the one that turns you invisible. Again, like it's I'm sure there's a lot more useful ways to use it, and it's probably a lot more valuable on the higher floors, but I haven't actually found a whole good lot of places where I'd be itching to use one. And a serenity. Well, fair enough, I suppose. Let's pull the Corker, why not? I'm not sure how close or far away we are. Oh, well, never mind. There's like a ton of enemies in there. That's fun. Get over here. Come on. Wow. Alright, let's get the Namazu because I think that patrols. Where's the actual exit? There it is, in the corner. But I do want to go for that silver chest. Like, when you're capped like this, like, you know, where your Aether pools actually, like, sink down, you tend not to get very many good silver chests. But it's always worth the shot. There are so many. Oh, wow. Okay. Witching time. It's one of those situations where witching is extremely helpful. I'm just gonna multi-dot. We also have Requisite, which is gonna help a lot as well. Well, I was actually gonna use Requisite to heal myself with Clemency, but since we leveled, look at that witching, saving the day. There's a lot of oh shit buttons that you can press. Witching is pretty good. Witching's probably the most common and probably the easiest to dispose of if you need it. I think Petrification's really good as well. And probably a step higher than that. And then the ultimate one is probably a Magicite, which clears the entire room for you. There you go. All these freaking Namazu spawning behind me, patrolling into this room, so really not making it much easier. Spending a lot of time in this room, but we're still on par, so not that concerned about it. Thankfully, these water sprites do actually come into melee range, so you can pull them out of the rooms relatively easily if you need to. I just went behind the corner out of habit. Yeah, so came straight for me for no reason, which is totally fine with me. We cleared out this room. I don't know if I even want to mess with that. I'm not going to. Oh, there's another chest back here too. Yeah, nothing. I figured as much. Oh wow, there's a chest right here too. Woohoo! Infernal Magicite. It's nice to have one of those in your back pocket. I like to use the Magicites on the big open rooms because you can just see everything dying, and also it makes those really annoying rooms a lot easier to traverse. Auto heal to save. That's kind of annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's probably a lot more annoying if you're not someone who can heal yourself. Yeah, I'm not going to waste Serenity on that. I think I can deal with it. Alright, let's pull this Namazu. Didn't parry anything. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, it looks like my steel ran out as well. But we still have strength going up. Let's pull this other Namazu now. What? Wow. Alright, well. Guess he wasn't in range for Requisite. I don't want to open that in case it blows up. Actually, I'll just use a potion. That's fine. Forgot we don't have auto heal. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. I don't feel like messing with bronze chest right now. I could have used the sight, but now that I've already explored like 4 rooms, it feels like a waste. Yeah, none of these enemies really do anything too particularly annoying or special, like say the anglers or the sharks or the little yabbies that do shuck. I think we'll get fire sprites later on that do some sort of gaze attack, and I've always just looked away from those because I don't know if they're actually casting in a cone or all around them or whatever. Look at that, plus 43 armor. We did get something. I know there's a room down in the corner, but I just want to get off this floor because I don't like the no auto heal. We're making pretty good time. Like, there's some Doma Castle music for us. That's a lot of enemies in that one. What the heck? There's a party in that room. Holy crap. What is going on in this room? Wow. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Now, petrification only lasts for 30 seconds, so you gotta be quick. It's obviously a lot easier to use this when you have 4 people. I don't even care right now. Give me all the traps you want. Okay, maybe not all the traps, just... Alright. That should be everything. I'm still not gonna mess with that bronze chest though. Oh look, a crag. Magicite. Intuition. Is intuition still up? It is. Frailty. Oh, there's another frailty. Guess I could have used frailty instead of petrification and just kind of taken them out a little more slowly, but oh well. Steel. Alright. Raise another raising. Wow. I thought raising were a lot more rare. But now I've gotten 3 of them so far and only 14 floors. Yeah, I'm still not gonna mess with that bronze chest. Ooh, damage dealt decreased. Well, and the gloom spreads. See, this is one of those times where Serenity would be really helpful. But instead of that, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Fortune, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say, Titan, come kick everyone's ass for me, please. And then we're just gonna do that, and then we're gonna get all of the potions in the game, and all of the chests. Now, still traversing this room is still really risky because there's still obviously traps everywhere, and there's also fake entrances which can spawn enemies. But I think I should be able to handle it. And enemies obviously can respawn like that one just did. Ow. Witching. Alright. Now, I think we saw them very briefly, but they're still important to note. You can now get the hand enemies from like A3, and those need to die extremely quick. Burn all your cooldowns on them, because if you leave them too long, they will do wash away, which will wipe you, I guess. Maybe if you're a tank, you have steel up, or if you have steel up, it might not kill you. But basically treat them like the slimes from Palace of the Dead, and assume that they will kill you if you don't kill them fast enough. Alright. It's time to try and find the exit. If we do get the trap one, yeah, landmine. If we do get the one that summons enemies, I'll probably just use a witching. Where'd the enemy go? There it is. Okay, we found the right one. Now, these rooms are extremely annoying for that reason as well. You have 2 different fake entrances. I think one of them is just fake and, you know, it'll go away if you walk over it, and then one of them's also got a random trap attached to it. Another one. Ooh, look, it's one of the auspices. I don't actually, I've rarely seen any of these spawn. I saw like one spawn in like a public match. What are you gonna give me? Also, I can't use any use of magicites per. Oh, well, alright. What does this give me? Wow. Regenerating. Wow. Just regen for 5 minutes. I think that the damage down is from my steel, so. But regen for 5 minutes, I'll take that. Alright, let's pull the hands. There's a lot of hands. It's making me very, very nervous. Don't want to get caught having to deal with more than one of these at once. Alright, I'm gonna use a sight, make things a little easier on myself. Thankfully, it looks like there's only one exit, which is extremely helpful. Don't have to worry about walking into a trapped one. That, or maybe sight just reveals the only exit. There's that possibility too, I guess. Yeah, the patterns of these hands are very sporadic, and it's making me extremely nervous. Fat cat is so adorable. Can it cast it again? Like, cast it again. Is it like the things that are in Eureka that just stick around for a few hours? Of the whole, like, handful of hours I've spent in Eureka, a small amount of time I could stomach. Okay, the passage still isn't open yet. Just keep killing these stupid hands. Yeah, it doesn't look like he wants to cast it again. I like how it has its own little icon too. Like, it has, like, it's really hard to make out because it's really small, but it looks like it's a fat cat with the regen icon. Matter of affluence, I will use that. In fact, I'll also use a flight since we're level 70 already, and it doesn't matter. Looks like the passages are open, so I'm just gonna make a run for these chests and then just hit up the exit, get out of here. We're way above par, so I'm not really worried about time right now. Look at that. That's a trap against the wall. That is sneaky. Might have to kill that salamander thing because it's looking right at the exit. No, we just have to mark it. There we go. Look, we made him lose self-esteem, so now he's gonna go mope in the corner. That works with me too. Alright, fine. Yep, tough to Phoenix down. Why do I even bother, man? Alright, come over here. I don't think these guys do anything bad either. Or anything of note. Like my steel ran off. I still have that regen for a whole 7 seconds though. Actually, I should probably use like sight or something. I have a ton of them right now. Make things a little easier for myself. I do have a raising up as well, so I have all the crutches in place. There's another one over there. There's unfortunately Tatsunokos on this floor, which are the things that do like a mega shit ton of damage to you in Hell's Lit. But thankfully they don't actually seem to do that much damage in here, and you can see the Kono attack they do and dodge it appropriately. I hate these things so much. They do so much damage in Hell's Lid. Ah! No! I was dumb. Well, it's a good thing I had that crutch in place. Totally forgot to heal myself. Honestly, that was really just because I was rushing like an idiot. And also half paying attention because I was talking about something stupid. Also, yeah, you can stun that, which normally you can't run out of it because, you know, it's a marker on you, so it follows you. But you can stun it, so good to know. Okay, let's not do more stupid stuff. How about that? I don't have a stun up for that one. Okay, where are we? Where's the exit? Oh, it's back there. Alright. Commander Steel, I will gladly throw that on. We don't really need to use a safety since we have sight up. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm still really upset that I killed myself for a really stupid reason. But oh well. That's what commanders are raising are for, I guess. You already know I'm not going to use another one though, right? Like, even though I have 2 of them. Honestly, I shouldn't need them. I feel like floors 21 to 30 are going to be really easy. It depends on how high they let you keep your Aether full. Alright, hello there. Like, if it sinks down to like 40-40 or something like that, it might be difficult still. We'll have to see. This thing one-shotted like one of the DPS I ran with once. So with that, with Hydro Cannon. So I would not recommend standing in it. I also want to make sure to take these guys out by themselves so they don't sneak up on me later. And there's another one. Also, I'm gonna throw down safety. Alright, it's actually just coming straight for me. Perfect. It does poison too, which is really annoying. Making sure there's no more patrols to sneak up on me. Oh, there's one right there. And another hallway. Hello? You don't get stuck on the wall? Go open this chest now. I'm pretty sure, like I don't recall from when I soloed back in Palace of the Dead, but I'm pretty sure gold chests do not explode, but I think it's just silver chests that can explode and just bronze chests. Maybe? I think bronze chests just tend to turn into mimics though. I don't know. I don't know if there's a specific like only golds can do these, only silvers can do these. But from experience, I feel like I've seen silvers tend to explode the most, and then bronze tend to turn into mimics the most. But there might not be any sort of discrimination there, like maybe each chest can do each thing. It's been a while. But I guess the safe thing to do is just to assume that any chest can do any of the bad things and to be prepared for them if they do happen. We're already on floor 18, I just realized. We were doing fairly well, except for the part where we did the stupid and blew ourselves off because we were impatient. Honestly, if I didn't have a raising up and I had just died, I wouldn't even be mad because it would have been totally my fault and not just bad RNG. Well, technically it is a matter of RNG whether or not a chest blows up, but it's RNG you can prepare for. So I wouldn't be that angry at the game. I would be angry at myself, but not at the game. We use safety, so I don't know why I'm avoiding the middle of the room. We already opened this, like, this is a witching, right? Yeah. No, it's a steal. Yep, totally using that right now. Give me that. I could also probably use a strength and have it still be up for the boss. I'm gonna wait. Serenity, yep. Don't need it. Nope. No, we got a bunch of raising, but no petrification. Oh, sirens. Hopes nobody blew up their house with their fireworks. Alright, I'm gonna use this site. Screw it. It's really annoying. Okay, we didn't need to do that third clemency, but oh well. Where's the chest? There it is. Pull you with me. Alright. I'm actually, since we're on floor 19, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop a yeah, might as well pop intuition, see if there's anything here. Nope. I'm gonna pop a strength. It should be up for the boss as well. Bosses do tend to take longer, so it's generally a good idea to hold off if you can, to pop them at the start of the fight to make sure they last long enough. Since boss fights will last longer since there's only, you know, you fighting it. But the second boss isn't that bad. Second boss is basically just the Lost City of M4 boss, and he does a lot of attacks where he just hit his Kono attack, so you do have some time to yourself where he's not doing damage to you, but I think overall he does do more damage than the first boss. Just he auto attacks you more. Okay, I didn't even need to go down that room. I don't know why I did, but oh well. Looks like he's coming down here. Actually, I'm just gonna hide in here and let him pass by. Heh, sucker. If he had turned around and aggroed me after that, I would have deserved that. Oh wow. Hi guys. I'm gonna use a frailty actually. Screw it. Let's make this room go faster. I want to make sure that I do have strength up for the boss. Oh, you can't stun that. Oh yeah, I recall that. So note to self, you can't stun the tortoises. Okay, can you just... there you go. There you go. Since I have strength, steel, and frailty up, I honestly don't care if I aggro all three of these things at once. Which is why I'm playing a little bit reckless, and I also have sight up, so I know I'm not going to run into a trap. Wow. I always forget that Reckless Sword actually does a decent amount of damage too. Pop down here, see what's in these gold chests. know what? I'm just gonna use concealment. There we go. I'm pretty sure you can grab chest and it won't knock you out. Yep, steal. I could use one of those actually. Using commanders does though. Alright, now how do I get out of here? You know, this is how I get out of here. Honestly, I was kind of expecting that that to aggro me. Not this, the other thing that I just ran past. But I guess that works. Alright. Yeah, you'll be dead. Okay, do you really have to be looking at the hallway? You know, fine, whatever. That's fine, that's cool. Alright, we should have plenty of time. We have at least like 4.5 minutes left on strength, which should be enough to get through most of the boss, if not all of it. I think the boss will probably last a little longer than that, but we'll see. You can also use magicites on bosses. It does a sizable chunk of damage. Alright. Let's do it. I think we're fine with what we got. Now, there's really no reason not to tank this boss in the middle. In fact, you probably should. Because he'll have adds that do AoEs on the edges of the arena, so just tank it in the middle. Yeah, I think last time I did this, I didn't have steel up, and he did quite a bit of damage to me, and I still got through it. I just had to spend a lot more time using clemency. Obviously, that's a luxury I have, and not a lot of other jobs do. This. I'm gonna actually use clemency here. I'm surprised that the ads don't alternate, although the last boss did only 3 different attacks, so I'm not surprised why this boss only does 3 different attacks too. Clemency. 2 clemencies actually. Yeah, a lot of these boss fights honestly is just like battles of attrition really. And Paladin is really good at longevity, so even without commander usage, you could probably get through this fight just like we did the first boss. Real easy as a Paladin. One clemency here. Okay, it's at 40%. Should probably focus target him as well. It's basically like fighting a Fate boss, except the Fate boss has a lot more HP and does a lot more damage. I guess slightly more mechanics. clemency at the end here as well. %, now. This is like so thrilling. Obviously the bosses are not the highlights of doing Palace of the Dead solo. The more interesting and intricate and honestly more fun part is definitely the random floors. Although I guess that's subjective for everyone. You know, people like doing Palace of the Dead just for the weapons, people like doing Palace of the Dead just for the EXP. And then obviously if you want to do the really hard content, that is also there for you to enjoy as well. And you can also get cool stuff, like I think you can get mounts and stuff from that. I got like the Night Pegasus mount from Palace of the Dead. I think this time it's what, a Dodo mount, which not as cool as a Black Pegasus, I would say. But if you're into that thing, it's there. And then I think you also get like special accessories if you reach floor 100 as well. Guaranteed, I do believe, not just random chance. And obviously, I think you get a title. I think there's a title for getting to floor 100 solo, actually. Not for getting to 30 solos, which I don't think 30 solos is that difficult, honestly. It's also not as time consuming as getting to 100 Palace of the Dead. Alright, look at that. Alright, let's head into 21 to 30. Alright, so we're at 52:43. Let's see if it sinks us down. If it doesn't, this is probably gonna be way easier than the first 20 floors. Which, the first 20 floors weren't even that difficult. In fact, I think the most difficulty we've had was back in the first handful of floors with the sharks and the anglers, which looks like our 52 weapon is... why did I attack this? I'm just gonna witching it. But it looks like our 52 weapon is synced down, but our 43 armor isn't, so that's interesting. So maybe 50-50 is when we start to get synced down. Wow, this thing is... I mean, it's a mimic. Mimics do tend to have more HP than everything else. I still don't understand why I even attacked that. I'm gonna pop Steel. I'm also gonna pop Flight, pop Intuition. Is there anything else I want to pop? Nah. You know what? I'll pop Safety. Why not? I do want to keep one sight just in case we get another one of those big rooms. These are the patrol enemies for these first floors. They're not that bad, I don't think. They don't do too terribly huge amounts of damage, and their only special ability is dodgeable. These cast AoEs at you, like even if they're not aggro to you, which is kind of funny and kind of annoying. In fact, it's very annoying. They also cast Tornado when they are aggro to you, which seems to have a much faster cast time than other things. And it will also knock you back, which can put you in a very bad situation if it knocks you into more enemies. So, just be careful of that. I honestly think these sets of floors are going to be super easy compared to the first 20, which the first 20 weren't even that difficult to begin with. Just the fact that I already had all of my armor and or my 8th pull was capped the whole time. and the fact that Paladins are really good at self-sustaining themselves. It wasn't that difficult. And I feel like this is just going to be easier, especially since I don't really have any plan skill beyond 30, so basically once we get to the last handful of floors, it's just pop all the items, pop all the commanders, use the magicite, use whatever you gotta use, get through the floors, and get out. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna touch it. Alright, so these are the sprites that have the gaze attack. Again, I don't actually know if it's a cone or not. In fact, I might just check for science after I kill this other enemy first. Ow, when there's tornado pushing me back. Alright. We'll keep this sprite alive. Alright, I'm gonna try moving behind it and looking at it. Yeah, it looks like it's a cone. So it looks like you can dodge it the same way you dodge the serpent gaze attack. You don't have to completely look away. Damage dealt decreased. Well, how about no? I think not. Might as well pop some food. I don't have safety or sight up for this one. I do kind of want to hold on to those in case I need them later. Now the side Tai Sui's, whatever the bell holding thing is, after a while it'll cast a buff on itself that increases its damage. You can stun that. I would highly recommend that you do, in fact. Yeah, Malediction of Water is what it's called. And that will just give him a damage up buff, which makes him more annoying. Still not as bad as like the sharks or the anglers though, in my opinion. Alright, 2 different hallways. There's the accursed horde. Wow, alright. There's 2 branching hallways in here as well. Try out this one. I see a silver chest. Alright, let's grab this and make out like a bandit. My armor's 44 now. I guess I'll use flight again. Why not? Okay, absolutely nothing in there. These How guys, they'll start to cure themselves at like below 30%, I believe. And again, stun or silence. I'm pretty sure silence works. But I just have a stun. It works perfectly fine. If you don't silence it, it heals back like 25% of their HP or something along those lines. So it's not the worst thing. It just prolongs the fight, basically, which can be a bit difficult if these guys are doing more damage to you if you have less atypical than I do right now. My stun isn't up in time. Yeah, got off too late. I should have waited a couple seconds, but it's not the end of the world. And the exit should be down here. Alright, let's see. I don't actually know where that thing is actually facing, but looks like we made it past them just fine. Commander Sad, thank you for that. That is helpful. Damage dealt decreased again. Wow, alright. And items unavailable. Holy crap. Well, how about no again? Okay, now I'm only down to 1 Serenity, which is kind of annoying. But we are on floor 23, so... Okay, I'm just gonna use a safety since only seems to be one way to go for the moment. Petrification. Oh, nice to have another one of those in the back pocket. Looks like my steel's about to run out though. Wow, this is a really short floor. I did use flight, so... Nope, no cures for you. What's in here? Concealment? Alright, fair enough. Oh, there's 2 in here now. Oh wait, I'm not gonna have stun up for his buff. Honestly, he's dying so fast though, it's not gonna matter. I miss when spirits were then used to silence. Oh yeah, my steel wore off. I definitely am noticing that. Wow, I also missed the stun. Speaking of, yeah it is, alright. Alright, so I should probably use another steel or strength this next floor. Get some Shishui music going now. Damage dealt wow, you really like doing that, don't you? It's like your new favorite thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste another one on this. I want to keep it just in case it gets something really, really bad. But I will use a strength, and I guess I'll use a sight. Wow. I always feel like I waste the sight when the floor is only like 3 or 4 rooms long. So the samurai is actually not that bad. He'll do like that, the AoE, but if you move behind him, it's completely dodgeable. That circle AoE is not from the samurai, it's from the Druha or whatever, Druva. Honestly, I'm just gonna use steel as well. Why not? I'll just make sure to save 1 steel and 1 strength for the boss. We're already on floor 24, and this floor is already tiny, so we're actually making it through these floors really fast. Like it's only been like 11 minutes, and we're already gonna be like halfway done with the set of floors. I guess finishing floor 25 would be considered halfway done, not getting to floor 25. Intuition. Yeah, we don't have intuition, I forgot. Oh, that's convenient. Get over here. I want to get to that silver chest before that samurai walks back. First horde. 54. Oh, looks like my weapon isn't synced down anymore. That's funny. So it looks like about 50-50-ish at floor 21, and now we're not unsynced, so I guess I have no idea. We're getting through these pretty easily though. Alright. In fact, I feel like at this Aether Pool arm or Aether Pool level, I could probably just come straight into 21 and solo to 30. It's obviously if you're doing this to get your weapon or to level up, it's much faster to do 21 to 30 with just, you know, matched people. But if you don't have any friends or nobody, and you just want to do it by yourself in general, like I like to do, you could probably do it straight from 21 at this 8th level, I feel. Just stun that. I wasn't gonna make it out of that if I didn't stun it, so. Alright. I only have one sight left, so I don't want to use it. Be very careful not to run into anything. I know I left chests in there, but that's where the exit is, so I'm gonna have to come back anyway. Oh, hello. Not too worried about this, because I have strength and the other thing up. Now these Manrekis or whatever, they do cast, I think it's a paralyze? Yeah, paralyzed ring. Definitely want to stun that, because anything that paralyzes you is really annoying. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to paralyze that one, but I will be able to do this. Yeah. Paralyze me now. Is there anything else behind me? No. I could have just dipped into this like little dead end in the hallway here, so that any patrols can't get to me, but I didn't, because I didn't think to do it at the time. Sucks to suck, I guess. You guys need to really stop spawning. Tornado right now. Alteration. I don't like using alteration just because while it is nice to get the what is it, imps, right? Mandragores. While it is nice to get the mandragores, it is very, very annoying if it turns all the enemies into mimics instead. But I guess if you want to go for the risk and you have like something like petrification commander on you to take care of the mimics in case you get those, it might be okay. But generally, I tend not to touch those. There's another intuition. You need to remember to keep recasting that. Alright. There is a silver chest in the corner here. If I can get to it without aggroing anything, that would be fantastic. Inferno Magicite. Well, look at that. We have 2 Magicite now. I prefer to use the Magicite to clear out 4s, but if you do want to do just a big chunk of damage to the next boss fight, you can do that as well. Oh, that's really fun. Gloom. What's the other thing? You detect... Oh, alright. No. I almost opened that. I don't want to. Alright, there's another hallway over there. Exit. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Fortune, and then I'm gonna do this. Because I don't want to deal with the gloom. No doom and gloom here. Just fire. Just hellfire. This more bronze. Is that nope, that's just a torch. More bronze, all the bronze. Also, I didn't get rid of any of the traps, so I don't know why I'm walking through this. If I happen to run over a summoning trap, that would be really bad. Purity, alright. Fortune. Looks like the fortune we used didn't actually spawn that much decent stuff. Got a couple extra chests out of it. really don't want to deal with mimics, especially while we're in gloom, so not even gonna try to touch these bronze chests. Alright, let's try not to run into any traps. Alright, looks like strength and steel wore off by now. I do want to save those for the boss, because I'm not entirely sure if I can handle them without those. So I am gonna hold off on using those unless we happen to get another one. So that's gonna help. Let's get out of here. Now, I do think that these souling 1 to 30 in Heaven on High is much easier than souling 1 to freaking 100 in Palace of the Dead. One, because it's shorter, so it doesn't take up as much time. You don't have to concentrate for, you know, what was it, like 8-ish hours to complete 1 to 100. And also, you have things like raising, which is a really good safety net. It's extremely helpful safety net. And then you also have really good stuff, like I think the petrification is much easier to use than the Minotaur was. Also think frailty is way good. And also the magicite, which just are good in general, like clearing out an entire floor is extremely helpful. Alright, we have 3 petrifications. I'm gonna go ahead and use my intuition because I keep forgetting to use that. And then fortune, and then I'm gonna petrify everything and kill everything. Better raising. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to even toss one of these up. Oh, I just used petrification. Whoops. Oh well. I mean, we're on floor 20 freaking 7, so I don't think it really matters that much. Wow, we got another magicite, because we totally need more of those. Just went down the wrong room. Oh, there's a gold in here. Oh, no, it has alteration. Don't care. Don't care. I like how I've gotten like 4 raising this time, and I got absolutely 0 the first couple times I tried this. I figured raising was extremely rare because of how helpful and good it is, but I guess it's just about as same as any other commander. Commander of Fortune. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna do Commander of Fortune again. I'm gonna do Magicite because why not? Now Primal Rage, like I said, completely invulnerable to everything. So it is the ultimate oh shit button for Deep Dungeon. Ooh, another Frailty. Ooh, a landmine. Forgot that I didn't get rid of traps. Oh, Innervation too. Honestly, I could have used safety on this floor and then used sight on the next floor, but I'm dumb, so I didn't. Oh, hello. I'm gonna use frailty on you because I don't like you. Become frail like an old man. And also die like an old man too. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, you attacked me first. Like, I get I'm kind of like invading your personal space, but it's not nice to attack people. Also, I just realized I got another strength and steel, so I can use that on the next floor and still refresh them once we get to the boss room, so that's really nice. Items unavailable. Well, since this is the last floor, I don't think so. I think I want my items, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm gonna use my Magicite here. You could use it from the boss. I don't think I'm going to need it for the boss, honestly. I have 2 steals and 2 strengths, so... And 2 frailties, for that matter. Plus, there's a shit ton of enemies. Holy crap. Look, there's another strength, just for the heck of it. Get my cherry confetti. Oh, I'm sorry. No, this one's probably an emerald star. Oh. Or maybe it's a dexterity 5 materia. Yeah, I use safety, so I have to just freaking. I use safety and sight. Oh wow, I got a vortex magicite, so I guess that takes care of that. Now I do have a magicite to use against the boss. Commander of Witching. Oh, looks like somebody respawned. Serenity. Well, it looks like somebody is also extremely blind. So, see ya, I guess. Actually, you know what? Follow me. There's no aggro leash right in Deep Dungeon. There shouldn't be anyway. Otherwise it'd probably be way too easy to just run away from enemies. Got another raising. 5 raising. Holy crap. Also, I think I just stepped on a trap. No, I can't have stepped on a trap. I got rid of them all. But anyways, I'm just gonna use petrification. You. Yep, no chest. I was kind of hoping he'd drop like a silver chest or something, but nope. Alright, it's time for Eastern Titan. Alright, so pop a strength, pop a steel, pop a safety just because I can. We have raising, just pop frailty, that works. And let's go. Actually, you know what? I do want to tank him in the middle. Did I not have freaking Sword Oath on this entire time? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me right now? Did I not have Sword Oath on this entire time? You have... Please tell me I had Sword Oath on and I just happened to turn it off. Okay, I was moving a little too early for that. His stomp is proximity based. The closer you are, the more damage it will do to you. So you don't want to just stand next to him. It's why I wanted to tank him in the middle, but I moved too soon. So I kind of had to, like, improvise a bit. Yeah, I mean, the fact that I have strength, steel, and frailty combined is really trivializing this a lot. Supercell, that's my favorite band. You have an egoist attack too? Alright. Let's not move too soon this time. There we go. I do want to probably move in the middle so I can actually move to him in time to dodge Supercell. Supercell. Cloud Call. That was probably a really bad time. You know what? You know what? Nah, hollowed ground. Yeah. What do you think of that? Moved too early again. Like a doofus. I'm gonna refresh Frailty now. Heal myself a bit. Wow, look at those clemencies. I forgot, huh? Strength increases your healing potency. So, that's nice. Go on, do your stomp. Do your stomp. Get it out. But actually... Nope. Magicite. Do the Magicite. I'm gonna stand in Supercell because oh, never mind. You're dead. I didn't actually think Garuda would kill him, but oh well. Alright. Can confirm Garuda's stronger than Titan. Yeah, that wasn't that bad, right? Also, we got the free +1/+1 from killing Eastern Titan. Oh, I totally forgot we get a score rating. New high score! Wow! Also, we get a free Empyrean Potsherd. Unfortunately, it's not like a 1-to-1 ratio to get grade 6 materia, which is kind of funny. It's like, it costs 6, which is a little excessive, but I guess the fact that you can, you get a free one every time you complete floor 30 and you can start from 21 now, makes getting Potsherds a lot faster than they used to be, so... I suppose that's fair. I think 3 would have been fair, honestly. Not 6, but oh well. Alright, we have a ton of silver sacks to turn in, so why don't we do that? 15, look at that. I think I had some left over from the last time I was doing this too. Woohoo, Laments and Sparkler. Oh, Quick Tongue 6, okay. Sure, I'll take it. Hey, look at that! I don't have that. That was a really expensive minion, but it probably isn't anymore, now that you can get it from these. Intelligence 5, that's totally useful. A Crimson Star. Davnarian Turban. Like how all the Davnarian gear is going to be extremely cheap now too, because you can get tons of them from these. Oh, there's that cherry confetti. Clear Demi, that's actually useful. I'll take that. Domain Reconstruction. Yeah, sure. Give me more. If you gave me nothing but clear Demi materia, I'd be totally fine with that. Oh, we got something. Whenever you get that ring, you get something semi-rare, I guess. 86. A wind-up Susano. Where's my wind-up Sophia? Come on. And a wind-up Ramu. Okay, wow. 3 minions that I don't have, I don't think. I also don't have the Zervanite barding. Look at that. Look at all this stuff that I didn't have. Thank you, Deep Dungeon. And you're just that. Alright, well... yeah, there we go. That's floors 1 through 30 solo. Wasn't that bad. To be fair, my Aether pool was a little high, but it wasn't that high, right? When we started, it was like What was it? What is it now, actually? That's what I want to know. I think it was 5240 something, right? When we went in to 21 at least. 5649. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. So if you want to solo it, go for it, I guess. Being on Paladin probably has something to do with how easy it was as well, because Paladin's really good at self-sustaining themselves. I bet, like I said, I bet any of the 3 healers could probably do it fairly decently as well. Red Mage can probably handle it really easily as well. And then I guess everyone else has a little bit more of a difficult time. I think Warrior would be okay. You just have to rely on potions a bit more. Dark Knight might have a more difficult time, just as difficult as any melee DPS would. But we'll see. I'll probably try this again on a different job that's a little more challenging, and we'll see what happens then. But for now, that was Deep Dungeon. Heaven on High, 1 to 30 solo. Wasn't that bad. Didn't take as long as 1 to 100 Palace of the Dead, thankfully. Unfortunately, no cool titles or anything, but we'll have to get to 100 for that. But I don't think I'm up for that, but we'll see what happens in the future. Maybe I'll get bored. But anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in another video. Till then, sayonara, bye bye.